Listen up, if you're struggling with this, or this, what I'm about to tell you today could help you. First of all, I'm going to start off by breaking down each one, and then at the end, I'm going to give you a solution that could help you. Firstly, what is traction alopecia? Traction alopecia is as in the name, traction. The core cause of traction alopecia is pulling. So if you're putting your hair in very tight ponytails, or you are having styles which is creating tension on your hair follicles, and you're finding that you're losing hair, it could be traction alopecia. Some of the signs of traction alopecia is thinning on the edges, breakage around the front, and even sore or sensitive scalp. So any of those three things could be a sign that you actually got traction alopecia. Androgenetic alopecia. Now, this is the alopecia which is hereditary. Gradual thinning of the hairs, and it's different to traction alopecia because traction is about breakage, this is about thinning. So what you'll find over time is your hair feels a lot thinner and lighter than normal. Examples of this could be female pattern baldness or male pattern baldness. If you're finding that in your family somebody has a certain type of hair loss and you're also having it, it's likely to be androgenetic, i.e. linked to your genetics and therefore is hereditary. Telogen Effluvium. Can we say that again? Telogen Effluvium. This is also known as stress-related alopecia. This can be caused because you've gone into shock, something stressful has happened in your life, or you've actually experienced trauma. This type of alopecia or hair loss is very drastic, and what you'll notice is your hair shedding rapidly. And that could come out in batches as you're putting your hand through your hair, or you can see it in the shower basin, or you can just see it all the time. You will notice this type of alopecia because unlike the previous alopecia, it is not gradual, it is sudden, and it will happen in a very short space of time. How you'd recognize is that you may have patches on your scalp, or if it's really drastic, you can not only lose your entire hair on your head, but also other parts of your body. I often say to clients, whilst this is a very drastic form of alopecia and hair loss, in terms of your body, because hair is not needed, it is one of the first things to go when your body feels it needs to protect itself. Whilst it's devastating for us and can have dramatic effects on our social and emotional and mental being, what actually is happening is your body is trying to protect itself from itself. So if that's you, there's good news, because if you listen to the end, I'm going to take you through these 4 things that will help you. First of all, and this is essential, your scalp needs stimulation. The easiest way to stimulate your scalp is through massage. You might want to use an oil for this, but don't use a heavy oil. Make sure you use a light oil like rosemary oil. And what you want to do is massage into the areas roughly about 3 to 4 times a week. And you just gradually use the oil and gradually massage it into the area that is affected. Make sure you're consistent with this process because it will require patience. Sometimes it can take up to 3 months for you to notice a difference. Next, and this is specifically for the people that are in the traction alopecia category, I want to say to you, if you are wearing tight braids or you put your hair up in a tight ponytail, or you're constantly wearing tight wigs or anything tight, what I want to say to you guys is stop. Just stop it. Because there's no amount of product that you're going to put on your scalp that's going to solve the problem. The only way to stop traction alopecia is to stop doing the things that's causing traction alopecia. That might not be a popular statement at this point in time, especially if you're used to doing some of these things, but if it bothers you, give your hair a breather. Give your scalp a breather, allow your hair to grow back. I'm not trying to say don't wear wigs at all, or don't wear clip-in extensions, or don't put your hair in a ponytail. All I'm saying is if the result of you doing those things has caused traction alopecia and you really don't like the idea that you've got traction alopecia, the only way to stop it is to just stop it. Let's move on swiftly. The next thing that you want to do, which is equally important, is strengthen your weak hairs. Now, one way which you can do this is by using castor oil. The thing with castor oil is that it's quite a thick oil. So I'm just going to give you a demonstration just so you can see that it is actually quite a thick oil. So you've got to be very careful when you're using it. Unlike rosemary oil, which I said to use 3 to 4 times a week, I would probably say if you're using castor oil, number one, use it sparingly, because don't put too much on the hair, otherwise it's going to drag it down and it's just going to make it really heavy. I would say use it as an overnight conditioning treatment. Douse your hair with castor oil before you go to bed at night, and in the morning, wash it off with shampoo and a deep conditioner. The 3 things I've spoken about so far is about providing a solution from an external perspective. This last solution is about looking at a solution from an internal perspective. Because sometimes the lotions, the massages, and all the things that I've spoken about before don't help. 3 things that you can do is, number one, increase the amount of iron intake that you have. Number 2 is increase the amount of protein that you have. And thirdly is a product called minoxidil. Minoxidil helps hair loss in a number of different ways. If you've tried all the options, or you are interested in knowing how minoxidil can help in hair loss, then I've created a video that goes into more detail on minoxidil. You can find the video here. For more information on hair loss, thinning hair, hair systems, make sure you like, subscribe and share this video.